It's over 100 degrees here, and I am just over it. I'm over it. I'm ready for some cool weather. Ren is here. She's my emotional support pig. And we're off. Yeah, my car says it's 108 degrees out right now. I need to get out of here. The past couple times I've left the house for a trip, I usually cry on the way, but so far I don't really feel like crying, so we'll see. You might have noticed that I haven't really been posting much, and it's because I have been struggling mentally with depression, and that stemmed from different things. The weather here, not being able to go outside, my back injury earlier this year, and just feeling like I'm disabled almost, and my usual anxiety on top of it. It's just like a whole like conglomeration of things, and so it makes even doing things that I normally enjoyed really difficult to do, at least to like begin doing it, like driving a couple hours away from the house alone is really difficult for me. But I'm doing it, and I'm feeling okay today. I haven't been on a camping trip in a few weeks now. I was going to go so many times in the meantime, but I just either wasn't feeling up to it, or I actually had this issue for a few weeks where I developed a fear of swallowing, because when I went to Disney a few weeks ago, we were in downtown Disney, and I just randomly aspirated my drink as we were like ordering food. Like, I wasn't talking at the time. It was after I ordered, and we were standing there, and then my boyfriend was ordering his food, and I just started choking, and like I couldn't take a breath in. Like, I had the what's it called, strainer. It's kind of like wheezing. Like, I couldn't take a breath in, and it sounded terrible, and that's happened before, but this time it was the first time it was like in public. So it was just kind of like a lot. Here I am making a huge scene, and not being able to breathe, like, is super scary. So that was a whole thing. Like, I had so much anxiety immediately after that. I didn't even really want to eat my food, and I started having a panic attack because I thought I couldn't like take in a deep breath. I felt like I couldn't take in a deep breath. So I was afraid that there was still liquid in my lungs, that I couldn't get up, and then I was afraid I was going to get pneumonia. It was a whole thing. So we ended up getting a nurse from Disneyland. She came over, and she, got my pulse and my oxygen, and they were fine. And honestly, that's all I wanted. I just wanted her to put the pulse ox on my finger and be like, "You're good." And I even told her, I was like, "Okay, this is all I needed." Like, so, and they were so nice. Like, the guy, I think he was like human resources or something, or I don't remember what he worked for, but he like kept checking in on me and making sure I was okay. He gave me a water for free. He's like, "We can remake your meals if they got cold." Like, they were so friendly and accommodating, and I keep meaning to write a nice email or letter to them because they were so nice, and I really appreciated them being there for me. But yeah, ever since that day, I developed a fear of swallowing, which was really interesting. Like, I've always had this fear of, I wouldn't say fear, I think it's more of like a hyper awareness of swallowing. Like, I always have chewed my food ever since, as far as I can remember, chewed my food so well before I swallowed it. And I always had an issue swallowing pills. Like, I always need liquid or something chewable. Like, swallowing has always kind of been a thing with me. Specifically with pills, like, I felt like they would get stuck. So I would try, but like, I felt like it'd get stuck and it'd freak me out. So I just don't do it unless they're really, really tiny. So I did a lot of like research when I had this phobia of swallowing, and I found this term, it's called somatic OCD. Things that are supposed to be automatic, and you're not supposed to consciously try to do it, like breathing and swallowing. It's when you overthink those things, and I think that I have that, because at least I did, because everything that I was reading was like me to a T. I could like talk a lot about what happened to me, but maybe another video. It was very scary because I thought that was going to be me for the rest of my life. It would take me like 2 hours to eat a meal that normally would take me 20 minutes. I had to take really small bites of anything that would get like homogenous in my mouth as I was chewing, like noodles. Even though they're solid, like when you chew them, they become very, very mushy, and it's all like mush. So I would have to eat one noodle at a time, because if I couldn't swallow it, I'd just spit it out. And with liquids specifically, warm water, couldn't do it. As soon as it would hit my mouth, like immediate aversion. I could not, for the life of me, figure out how to swallow it. It was so weird. It's like my body forgot how to swallow it. I ended up having some luck with cold liquids through a straw, specifically seltzer. And I think it's because my mind didn't see it as water because of the bubbles. But once the bubbles dissipated, if it was in my mouth for too long, then I would have trouble swallowing it, and I'd just often spit it out. For a period of time, I had a spit cup where I just like, if I couldn't swallow something, I'd just spit it out. I would give it a try for a period of time, because I didn't want to give up right away. But I also didn't want it to be a source of high anxiety to where I would just like have so much anxiety over it, then there's no chance of me swallowing it. It was a whole thing. I could make a whole video about it if you're interested in hearing about that whole experience. Yeah, I was chewing food like hundreds of times, like one mouthful of food hundreds of times. I didn't actually count because I didn't want to obsess over the amount of times I was chewing, but I know that it was hundreds of times, and my jaw was so tired, and I would often have to like put my food aside and pick it up after half an hour or so again. So yeah, that wasn't fun, and that kept me from doing any sort of travel because I had a fear that I wasn't even going to be able to drink anything and hydrate, and then I would just dehydrate and end up in the hospital or something. So now I can drink things. It kind of subsided, like after I tried the 3-day fast, this kind of was happening during the fast. It's not why I did the fast, but I think somehow it kind of helped. Because after, when I started eating again, like, I still kind of had the phobia, but ever since then, it's kind of let up. So I don't know if it was because I fasted or what, but I did some things like during that time to help me get through it. I read a lot of Reddit articles of other people who've experienced it or are experiencing it, and there were some helpful things on there. But yeah, like I said, I don't want to like go on too long about this. So if you're interested, I could definitely make a different video, like what exactly I experienced and how I got through it. But anyway, I'm gonna keep driving. I kind of wish there was like somewhere along the way I could stop and like spend the night, but unfortunately I'm going through Phoenix right now, so I think that's probably out of the cards. There's some traffic backup, and the alert on Google said flooded road ahead. But I don't understand why it says that, because it's 110 degrees out and there's no water here, so maybe that was an accident. I don't know. I don't know. I made it. I'm just in a parking lot, Target parking lot. I'm gonna use the bathroom. I've been driving for 3 hours straight. I haven't taken any breaks, which is not good. I normally do take breaks, but the opportunity just didn't present itself. I don't know. But that also means I haven't drank enough water today. So I'm gonna go to the bathroom and come back and eat a little something and drink water. And also tonight we are city stealth camping because I can't be bothered to find a campsite, and it's already almost 6:30, so stealth camping it is. Just gonna have some avocado and some fake chicken. I'm always happy that I come to cooler places because it's better for my mental health. But I also feel guilty because gas prices are so high and it's not a short trip, you know? So I feel guilty, but I'm trying to remind myself that it's good for me. I just need to figure out my job situation. I don't have an income right now. I have been looking for x-ray contracts and I've been submitted to x-ray contracts, but I think because there's been such a gap between now and my last contract, it's been like almost a year and a half. I think maybe I'm not getting called back because of that. That's my only guess, because typically I get called back. Usually it's not an issue, so that's my only guess. So I don't know. I've just been having a hard time like feeling even like capable of doing my x-ray job because I've just been not feeling well mentally. So it's kind of scary. Yeah, I'm honestly not even sure like how I would do an x-ray job, like mentally and energetically. Like I'm constantly fatigued. So part of me wants to just get an x-ray job just to prove that I can do it. But it's a scary thing to like have your job that you've had for so many years and not even be sure anymore if you can do that job. Like that's a scary thing. So I don't know. I'm just feeling like insecure about money right now. So making trips like this is kind of hard because, yeah, I know that it's good for me mentally, but then I have the guilt tied to it. And it's just hard. I'm mixing my flat seltzer that's been open since I left with a fresh seltzer. This one's, the flat one is orange. This one's plain, so the one I just opened was too bubbly. So I'm adding some flat and it's perfect. Also, you can tell how I've been feeling lately because I shaved my head the other day. I just was not feeling myself. I was like, you know what? This hair has to go. I can't do the hair. So I shaved it. Well, at first my boyfriend did like this really good actually like haircut using the clippers, but the next day I was like, I thought I looked like a mushroom. So I decided to just shave it all off in the kitchen, so. Did a nice 7mm job. It's nice that I don't need shampoo now. Can always count on that one person in any parking lot blasting music. Alright, I'm going to go downtown, I think, and walk around because I've been sedentary for too long. And then I'll head to my night spot for the night. Gotta get my sneakers on. It's like a little over a half moon tonight. There's a whole lot going on downtown for a Monday night. It is Monday, right? Yeah, it's Monday night. There's a lot of people out and there's like a concert. It's crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna go to my night spot and hopefully everything will be good. I did see a cop. I'm hoping that it being July 4th next weekend, I'm hoping that there's not that many cops out. I just don't want a cop to, you know, see me pull over and get in the back. Okay, I'm at my spot. It's very quiet here compared to downtown anyway. I'm going to get ready for bed very quietly and I'll see you tomorrow. Good night. morning. I just relocated because I didn't sleep well last night. I think it's because I had a lot of chocolate before bed, and that was my mistake because I've been stopping my eating at 6 p.m. and it was like 7:30 when I had the chocolate. And I was so tired, but I just couldn't fall asleep. And I think it was because I ate food late. So, yeah, I'm gonna rest here for a little bit and maybe go get coffee because I am tired. And I really wanted to go for a hike today, so nothing huge. It was like an easy 3-mile hike. And then maybe go camping after. But I don't know. I just feel like I need to rest more. So I'm gonna do that. But also, I woke up, laid in bed for a little bit, and then when I was finally getting up, taking the window covers down, I saw a man walking down the street this way and then this way, which is the street I was parked on. That house that lets their dog out, and that dog always barks. They let their dog out, but they also were there. So I don't know if they saw me inside here because my window covers were down. But now I'm like wondering if they saw me in my car. I don't know. Anyway, I had to get out of there quick. So I'm gonna go in the back and relax more. I'm only gonna give myself 45 minutes to lay down because if I don't set a timer, who knows when I'll get up. Alright, I'm up. Kind of. The good thing is, I don't eat now until noon. So I don't have to think about or plan any food until noon. So I can just do whatever I want. Like, go for a hike. I don't have to worry about food. So it's really nice. I'm going to get some coffee. Good morning. I'm good, how are you? Yep.
Perfect.
I know what I want already.
Okay, perfect.
Can I have the decaf oat milk latte?
Perfect.
Iced?
Yeah. Perfect. Decaf oat milk latte iced, and then any sweetness?
Mm-mm.
Perfect. Alright, card. How many hands do you need? I have that decaf iced latte, and then would you like a straw today?
Oh, no, thank you.
Perfect. And then if you want to give that a try, just make sure it's perfect. If we need to adjust anything, we're happy to.
Nope, perfect.
All
Thank
right,
you so
perfect.
much.
Have a wonderful day.
You too. Thank you. I need to get some ice first before I head to the trail. And I know technically I am breaking my fast right now with this latte. But this is my favorite coffee. And I was really looking forward to it. And I didn't want to wait because once I get ice and go to the forest, I'm probably going to stay there for the day. So my fast will have to continue tomorrow. We're here. I've never been to this area. I can't believe I've never been over here. Yeah, I'm excited to check this out. There's bathrooms. It's a nice chill place. Lots of pine trees. Now I don't have to worry about getting lotion or sunscreen in my hair. I'm only half a mile in. I have 3 miles left, and it's really hot. This is like one of the hotter days this week. It's gonna get in the low 90s, and right now I think it's about 90. And it's not feeling good. So I think I'm turning around, and I think I might try this one tomorrow morning, earlier in the morning, because right now it's like almost 10, and it's just too hot. Okay, yeah, it's very sweaty. I just did a thing. I'm right next to a campground. I was coming back and I wasn't using my map to make sure I was going the correct way, and I ended up in the campground next door. And it reminded me of when I would go to those little campgrounds, like you have to make the reservation online. It reminded me of the ones back home, like in the Northeast, that I went to when I first started car camping. And so I got like severe nostalgia, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna do this. So I looked to see how much it would be, and it was only $18 a night, and with tax it was $26. So I booked it for tonight, and so I'm going camping at an actual campground, which you might be like, oh, why don't you just go, you know, free camp? I free camp all the freaking time, and it's a different vibe. It's a different vibe when you're it's a different vibe when you're camping at a campground for some reason. I can't explain it. Maybe because I also just went to campgrounds all the time, like growing up, so that also has a bit of nostalgia attached to it. But yeah, I'm going camping at a campground, and I'll have, you know, my own space, designated space too. So it is different than like dispersed camping in my eyes. It's a different experience. But I'm gonna go to Goodwill because I have a project I want to work on.